guilty of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Some of you I haven't seen since yesterday, earlier this week. I'm Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. Today, we're talking about the Maddie Soto case. May she get complete and utter justice? The only way that's going to happen is if hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Hopefully, officers are building a case. Law enforcement, hopefully they have a big fat case that we don't know about. Now, Jennifer Soto gets blamed yet again by Stephan Sterns. Now, that whole boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, step-parent, stepfather, all a ruse. The whole thing was a ruse, and that's why she kept changing it, and different times she'd say it different, because Stephan Sterns was not her current boyfriend at all, nor was he ever a stepfather, and she knew the relationship, in my opinion, that was going on. So, when will she be arrested? I ask you. Well, things come out a little bit late on the news, right? So they come out a little later. Sometimes they come out wrong, other times. And don't worry, I'm going to say hi to everybody. I just, on this rant that I need to get off my chest. So, yesterday, I came in hot with the news, Fox 35, showing that Stephan Sterns had lied about having Maddie Soto in the front seat when he was at the vape shop. That, in fact, didn't happen, guys. She actually was in the trunk at that time. So, Fox 35, that's okay. You guys are awesome. You're keeping this case in the forefront. And then while I was looking for that, I said, wow, I found something new that came out yesterday and only has a couple hundred likes. I was like, what in the heck is going on? So, yeah, they're embarrassing Stephan Sterns, and I haven't seen anyone that's covering this case. It says Maddie Soto case, Stephan Sterns strip search for evidence. So they're making a mockery of him and showing his 3 belly buttons. I'm going to show that to you in a bit here, and that comes from their local news station. Oh, actually, it's Fox 35 Orlando. Wow, it's only got 554 views. We're going to make that go into the thousands, guys. So welcome, everybody. Hello. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. Get your memberships. All right? All of that. So hit the like, share, subscribe, get a membership if you can. If not, then I'm sure we're going to give some memberships today. And we're going to give away a shirt at the end of the show, as well as let you guys call in on a Friday to voice your opinion about this case. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Leanne, my girl, Montana Mystic. How you doing? Kimberly Johnson, Miss Odin, Baby D, Ashley. I saw you a bit ago. Thank you. Yes, Fox 35 is covering it. I don't know if it's more than the local news stations. You could be right, but I've seen quite a bit of the local news stations covering many stories that people aren't even seeing. By the time I get to it, it's only a few hundred views after days, and I'm wondering why nobody's covering it. But hey, don't worry. Jay from Guilty of Crime is here to do that with you guys. So thank you. Blessed on Purpose, my girl, Terry Jones. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Yes, we can do it, right? We can do it. Call Me Cupcake. Welcome. Good to see you. And I want to welcome Glowy, new member. That is one of my absolute favorite movies right there. I don't know if that one is The House of a Thousand Corpses, but it's a Rob Zombie movie, that's for sure, that you got going down. And then Lori, Honey Badger, don't care. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Barbara Williams, new member, all loves you. Love hearts, sparkles, and rainbows. Thank you so much, guys. I saw Thomas Karras in the house. Welcome, Thomas. Hashtag arrest that bitch. Right. Yes. Yes. Justice for Maddie. Arrest the potato. Hey, Emily, how you doing? All right. Gotta avoid the Girl Scouts. Made it to a live. Hello, Stitch. What's up? Jay is my vape buddy. Yes. Cheers. Cheers, Bogard. There you go. That's for you, baby. All right. Rochelle, how you doing? Patty, Teresa, good to see you. Everybody meandering around here. Thank you so much for meandering. Justice for Maddie. Yes, Devil's Rejects. I couldn't think of the name. I know it's Rob Zombie. I've seen every one of that movie a bunch of times. And as a matter of fact, guys, that was my first date with my wife. That's now, we've been together 20 years, was Devil's Rejects. All right. So, amen for that, right? Dolo says, for sure, my next life, I'll be a detective. Yes, please. Yes. That's what I wanted to do. I said, if I ever get the opportunity to live my life again, I want to be in some kind of law enforcement or a detective. And yet here I am with my own true crime show. So welcome Anna from Orlando. How you doing? Yeah, 20 years. That's a long time. Somebody asked me on my live stream earlier how many girlfriends I had. That was funny. You guys, when I do pop-up streams, you gotta join me because the best trolls come in. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this quickly. I will try to edit some of the what they say, because it's really like what they talk about the case is just so brutal. And we know that Maddie was essayed and abused, but they just use these words. So you guys, I don't know how nobody really caught on to this, but I love that they're making these stories, developing stories come out. This, in fact, came out March 6th, 2025, and it has 554 views. I don't know why. Maybe because no one wanted to hurt their eyeballs. I don't know, but I'm going to play it and try to edit it.
And developing tonight, hours of new video was just released in the Maddie Soto murder case.
Yeah, we're getting a new look at the man accused of killing her.
All right.
Stephan Sterns is seen naked being photographed by investigators. Fox 35's Manny Martinez is live in studio. So, Manny, you got a new look at this video.
That's actually really funny. And I'm just going to play it without the sound there because they're making a mockery of him. All they're saying right here is that, look at, this is the picture that we wanted to see for research purposes, the pinky winky. And all they're saying is the man that took Maddie's life and essayed her brutally. You can kind of see some of it on there, but I'm not going to play it because they do use brutal language, you guys. And I am trying to monetize this because when you monetize it, it spreads out like a wildfire. Yes, we're not going to see it naked, guys, but they're making a mockery of him. This just came out. We've seen a lot of this, but the news gets it. You know, they get it slowly and they report on it, and there's a rhyme to their reason, I assure you. All right, there's definitely a rhyme to the reason. They're making fun of him at this point. What's up from Canada? And, you know, today I was going over, let me see what they're talking about. It's not much. They're talking about him being booked. They left him in there just to make him suffer.
Sterns faces dozens of sex abuse charges in a separate case. The suspect sat alone for another half hour before investigators returned with a warrant.
The person and evidence requested is reasonably believed to be engaged in or connection with the said illegal activity we talked about earlier.
Yes, so they're kind of just making fun of him in this. It's pretty funny. Yeah, a lot of people puked when they saw that third belly button, but this is what the news is coming out with. So what happens with the news, you guys, is that news stations and news anchors and people that do the research, like let's think Hidden True Crime, right? She goes out there and she talks to as many people, and she definitely has law enforcement leakage, we'll say. So then they go back and they report, and there you have it. Rebecca Michelot, big shout out to you. Huge, huge prayers to you and Brianna Michelot, Bree Michelot. Prayers for Corey, little Corey that lost his life, you guys. And I'm so sorry, Rebecca, that you also lost your baby, your twin babies. I'm sorry. I saw it on TikTok. I saw Bree talking about it. So you guys say a big prayer. Say a big prayer, please. You were in the wrong place. I'm not sure what that means, but Rebecca, prayers to you. Again, shout out, much love to you and your family, and hopefully sometime soon you will get or be blessed with some grandbabies or a grandbaby. So love to you, Rebecca. You're always welcome. Let's do the monthly Corey letter. I promise you this month I will get that in there for you. Toddy did a fantastic job of it, so I'm happy. Okay, so they're making a mockery of Stephan Sterns, and I just pulled up a document that I hadn't even showed on here that I want to go over another time. They did an emergency arrest. They did an emergency arrest for Stephan Sterns, and I hadn't seen that paperwork. It's absolutely crazy. Let me hit play. I'm not sure. I might have scheduled something wrong, you guys, but we're here and I'll fix it. I don't know what you guys, I can't tell what you're saying in chat.
If you could put your hands out like this.
Sterns himself was the evidence. They snapped pictures. They swabbed his cheek. They took his shirt, his shoes.
There it is. 3 belly buttons, folks. 3 belly buttons. Do I have something scheduled wrong, you guys? I'm not really sure what you're saying, you guys. Sometimes, let me just double check. I'll hit play while I check. I don't know what I did wrong. It says it's here. March 8th is tomorrow, guys. Oh, it says Dateline Keith Morrison. Is that supposed to be today? That's for tomorrow. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, it's all changed. Don't you worry. All right.
He's gonna stabilize you.
His pants and even his boxers. Sterns was stripped nude. Every bit of his body was now evidence. He was eventually given this paper outfit to don before he was to be booked in jail.
And how does he like being stripped nude, you guys? How does he like when he gets a camera on him? How does he like seeing this on the news? Well, you guys are here because the Jennifer Soto blamed yet again for what Stephan Sterns said, I hope. But yes, I'm doing all of them. I just can't do all of them at the same time. But yes, I am going to do the Dateline episode, Rebecca. I apologize. This is for the Jennifer Soto one. The Dateline episode has not come out yet. It did not come out. It does not come out until tonight at 6, and then I'm going to react to it tomorrow. So I apologize, guys. I am covering all of the cases, all right? Sorry about that. I appreciate you. Out of everyone on YouTube, the only one I start following you the best, and big thank you. Thank you, Demi Sky. I appreciate you. I'm doing all of it. Don't be sad, guys. Don't be sad. I got you.
Investigators gave him one more moment alone, though he was now handcuffed with his hands behind his back.
Yeah, how does that
and
feel?
Watch as a thirsty Sterns, who was also visibly frustrated by the handcuffs.
He's a thirsty bitch, you guys. He's a thirsty, thirsty girl. Yeah, I got you. This weekend, we're all hanging out together, you guys. I got you. You guys got me for Saturday. We'll have some snacks and some vapes. I got you. Yeah, I love that, though. But Stephan Sterns, listen up, P. I love you, P. I love what you're saying. Stephan Sterns has done this 3 or 4 times that I can document. This is going to be the 3rd or 4th time that he's outright said Jennifer Soto was there. Jen knew about all this. You'll see what I'm saying when I get to it. But what I'm saying is this guy is going to talk. I have a feeling, even though he's a liar, guys, he's going to talk. He's already leaked information out about him not doing it. I promise. I promise. I promise. You guys stay with me. Stay with me here.
Struggled with how to take a sip of water.
Sucker. What a piece of trash. I like how they're documenting this on the news and making fun of him and saying, how does it feel, Sterns? And you know what, Synth, all jokes aside, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Imagine how Maddie Soto felt having to look at him or wake up to that guy, that creeper assaulting her, or her trying to go to her mom, Jen Soto, and say, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore. This hurts, or I need to, and Jen Soto turning a blind eye to her daughter and handing her over to that guy right there. Just imagine that. I mean, I want to see this guy. I want to see him castrated, and the worst, I wish the worst on him. Thank you, Synth. I appreciate it. I am taking calls tonight. I am. Yes, let me get through this, and I will take calls after the audio. He's the lowest scum of the earth.
Sterns' sex abuse case is slated for trial in May. The murder case is scheduled for trial in September. Live in studio, Maddie Martinez, Fox.
All right, so Fox 35 decided to shame him, which I love it. And thank you, Don. Don. He's going to sing like a canary. He's going to sing like a bird. He's going to sound like that thing. Oh, yeah, that. Coda. Remember that thing that made Jen laugh? Coda. That was his voice. That's going to be him when he says, Jen Soto did it. Jen, go look that way. That's what that guy's going to do. His Mickey Mouse ass. Let's fire up old Sparky, man. I can't wait. He's got to get the death penalty, but he might not when he sings. All right, guys. So we do have the footage. Let me put myself here, talk to you for a minute about it. I have to thank Plunder for the audio, because Plunder puts out the audio. She gets it. We did not, in fact, get our FOIA. We're working on that. I know Carly is going to be working on that. We no longer have a person here that does FOIAs because, well, we lost 2 guilty of crime. Well, I'd say family members, but now our family is Foxy Amazon, Sweetie, Carly, and Synth. So right now we don't have the FOIAs, but again, shout out, and I put it in there. We're not going to watch the video. We're going to listen to the audio and talk about it ourselves. Thank you, Foxy, for the 420 guilty of crime membership. Yes, the photograph was a gem, you guys. And thank you, Carly. Carly's always got my back. We're family here, you guys. It feels like we lost somebody in the family, but you know, life goes on. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to talk to you about the audio. Now, it's newly released, but it is unredacted. All right. So Stephan Sterns in this, we didn't hear this before, calling himself, and they use Maddie's name and Jen Soto's name. Now, they didn't know if they should put Jen Soto's name in before they redacted it. But now that they know that she's intertwined in this investigation, and I have a feeling that they do have some bit of a file on her, they released it without redactions, and he calls himself Maddie's stepfather. But here's the thing. He uses her in the past tense right off the bat, okay? He says that Maddie thought of him, and this is before they even had any idea that he took her life. They hadn't checked cameras. They hadn't done anything. But when they talked to these 2 knuckleheads, Stephan Sterns and, well, Stinky Sterns and the Evil Potato. Hello, Allie Callie. And again, thank you guys. You guys know. Oh, my God, I missed stuff. I'm sorry. Edith, thank you so much for the 1 guilty of crime membership. And thank you so much more. I didn't give my spiel, right? like and subscribe, get a membership if you can. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We are a fan-funded channel, and that's what keeps us going. I appreciate you guys. Super chat, super sticker, all that stuff. So thank you. Appreciate you. And it's good to see a guy in here. What's up, Julio? He's shouting out to you, Rosie, with a little heart. Much love to you. Much love. All right. So listen, they had it redacted. And let me tell you this quick story. We have to do call-ins tonight. It's the only reason I'm not showing you this. When they heard this audio and the audio of Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns scripting this, okay, they did an emergency warrant. They did an emergency search warrant to check the house, the cars, the cameras. That's the first time I had actually seen it. No death penalty, give him life without parole. Sure. Whatever, as long as he's locked up. I would like castration, though. They treat all arrestees like strip searches, photographs. Yes, they do, but this guy deserves a special place in hell and a special place on the news for us to, well, make fun of his 3 belly buttons, right? Okay, so must be nice receiving a heart. Yeah, that was sweet. That was sweet. Shout out to Thomas Karras. Good to see you. Yeah, Rosie is the best. I don't know where Sweetie is today, but if you see her, let me know. All right, so listen. Officers had a suspicion about Stephan and Jen Soto from the get-go. The Fox 35 News anchor person called the law enforcement, and they said something's wrong with these parents. They're using past tense. Something's really wrong. All right, something's wrong, and I need to report this because that's my job. So as that happened, then they got an emergency search warrant, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, damn! I didn't even realize that." All right, so that's what happened there. Yeah, his pinky winky picture, and yeah, we'll talk about this outside of chat, you guys. You guys feel free to email me or whatever, but we don't have JoJo and Bree. They left the channel. They have other aspirations, and we couldn't come to agreement. So you guys will have to contact them yourself outside of this channel, okay? So yeah, there's Rebecca Michelo and Bree Michelo we can talk about, but the other mods, you gotta reach outside of that. Just sometimes you can't come to terms with something, and hey, well, here it is. I think it's my channel. All right. So that being said, this audio comes out, and Stephan Sterns tells the officers that he's a stepfather of sorts, and then he uses Maddie in the past tense. He says that she thought of him as a dad, and then he corrected himself and said thinks of me as a dad. And then he uses everything that he can to put Jen Soto in the forefront to make sure that the officers understand that Jen Soto has been involved with it all the way through. When I say it, meaning phone calls, when they do the Zoom videos, everything that Stephan has to do with, Jen is okay with, and she knows that he's the stepfather, and she gives consent. All right. Nancy Jean, thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate you. And look at we got there. Did Rebecca Michelo just turn green? Bree is physically okay, had surgery. Thank you. Thank you for asking about Bree Michelo. We love you. Shout out to her and tell her that we're sending love from Guilty of Crime. You know we're always here for you. All right. I like how you say things. Good on you. Keep it classy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. His parents, yeah, I call it 3 belly buttons, but he had a surgery. I know he did. Him and Jen Soto bonded over a lap, not a lap band, but a gastric band. So that's why that was there. It was a microsurgery. All right. Best mods. Yes. Best mods. And we're going to say best, most loyal mods on YouTube. All right. Most loyal mods on YouTube. All right, one more thing, and then I'll get to it. Do you think we'd like Victoria Martin's case? The mom would be found gullible and low IQ. VM was murdered. You think it would be like, no, I don't think that. As a matter of fact, Meatloaf Creep, I know that's not true because I have contact with Jen Soto's ex-roommate, and she absolutely said that Jen Soto was not gullible or dumb. She just uses a lot of pills. All right. And yes, you are green. Somebody gifted you a membership, my love. What's up, I haven't seen you in a while, Maurice. And Carrie made it to chat. Yes, they got gastric sleeves, you guys. That's why he has 3 belly buttons. And thank you so much, Dolo, for the $3.99 super sticker. That's what keeps me going. And I'll gladly do the Victoria Martins case. Send me an email, please. All right. And yes, I'm gonna leave that up there. I love Bree and Rebecca and Corey Michelo and the whole family. All right. So in this newly released, audio, and then we'll take calls after this, okay? So Maddie's missing since that. This is going to give you a perspective. Maddie went missing Monday morning, and now, okay, Monday morning. In essence, now it's late Tuesday night when they're going over this. In the early morning hours of Wednesday, the day Sterns was arrested, the 2 detectives are already on to him, you guys. People are calling, they're suspecting things. All right. So in the afternoon to late, Stephan Sterns, the audio files out, which I'm glad we got. All right. So I can compare. Okay. So this is from, again, we got this from Plunder. This is Stephan Sterns' audio interview on YouTube where you can hear stuff that you couldn't hear before. And he's telling them that Jen's involved in everything that he does with Maddie. All right. So he talks about Tagler. Mara Tagler speaks with Stephan Sterns, and he slips up. You're going to hear that. He says Maddie in the past tense. Now, he knows she's gone already. So his stories are, it's getting late, and he's slipping up. All right. So Maddie was missing since Monday, and it's going to be late in the next day into the early hour of Wednesday. All right. So then, we have other information coming soon, hopefully, Carly. So the big differences here are him using Jen's name and slipping up. And then we're going to talk about this. All right. But also another thing, let me clear up Tagler, Myra Tagler, the clicker. He talks about Maddie going to the condo with Maddie to get his clicker. And she calls it a fob. Now we know he didn't forget his clicker because they saw it in the video. He had it, and the guy at the station, the security guard, says he has it. So when Tagler brings up the clicker situation, then they start talking about Maddie's position in the car, and listen how he slips up and sounds and how it changes. Now, they talked about bringing Maddie to the vape shop. That was reported on the Florida news. That did not happen. She was at the vape shop with him. Myra, thank you. She was at the shop, but she was in the trunk by then. All right. And if you have 3 belly buttons, you go, girl. You go. All right. There's a good cop, bad cop dynamic. I love it. This is the cop. This is the moment and everything that. Let me see your phone. This is not necessarily that one. I think part of it is, but all right. Let me put that on. I don't have audio or video for it because I don't want to use Plunder's what she put together. I just don't want to use her stuff like that. I am using the audio because she put it out there for use. So
messages between you and
hold on. I make sure you guys can hear this. Hold on.
February 28th,
February
2024. The time is 00:16 hours. Speaking with Stephan again.
Can you guys hear it?
So, as you guys know, they have phone, right? Mm-hmm. They've been going through the phone, and they noticed that there was like a lot of messages between you and. Mm-hmm. Can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and?
Yeah, stepfather of sorts, I guess. She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad.
Okay, so there he goes. He says, and I turned it up, guys. I just wanted to make sure it's all good. Millie, welcome. I don't want to play 23 or 30 minutes and then it be bad. I am not taking calls while I'm streaming this, but I will put the phone number up so that you guys can get ready to call and write it down. As soon as I open the phone lines, I'll let you know. Our topic is Madeline Soto, Jen Soto. When will she be arrested? Now, I'm going to go on Monday with another channel. They asked me to come on their channel and explain this situation about Stephan Sterns and the dynamics. I'll let you guys know later on this week. He busted the shit out of himself, you guys, and excuse my language, but you gotta hear me out. If you guys were not there to see the Sebastian Rogers case yesterday that I did the Katie and Chris, that's a big sign, guys. It's a red flag when you keep talking about someone in the past tense. So keep that in mind. This is what drew them to Stephan and Jen, that both used it in the past tense. All right, let's go. Call in number after. I'm going to start it one more time because I had it low. All right.
Case number 24-11313. Today's date is February 28th, 2024. The time is 00:16 hours. Speaking with Stephan again. Okay. So, as you guys know, they have phone, right? They've been going through the phone, and they noticed that there was like a lot of messages between you and can you explain to me what your relationship is between you and
Yeah, stepfather of sorts, I guess.
Nope.
She thought of me as a dad, thinks of me as a dad.
Nope. There it goes again.
Mostly things like, when are you going to call us? When are you going to come up here and visit?
And remember, that's twice he just slipped up right there, used her in the past tense, and they're on to him. And I love this detective so much. Hello, Blue Eyes. Lenore Borelli, thank you so very much for the $4.99 generous super sticker. They always had the same speech. I can't understand. Please don't see that. That's what I'm saying, Dolo. All right, let's keep going. We got a while, and I want to talk to you guys.
Hey, poopy head, get online, things like that.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Your phone. I told you that I was gonna hold on to it and that we would like to download your phone, right?
Okay.
Is this something that I have your consent to do, or do I need to get a search warrant for your phone?
It should be fine.
You're okay with us going through your phone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Can I have the PIN to your phone?
42586.
That's never, ever, ever in a million years going to get kicked out of court, folks. Just remember that number that you just heard right there. Never in a million years is that going to get away. Far from a dad. He's a monster. And in my opinion, Jen Soto is just as evil as him, you guys. I'll never, ever believe anything different. I'm sorry. Yeah, Maddie did have a father, and they didn't let her see him. Now, there's a whole backstory, but yes, Nicole Kessinger, Wendy Adelson, Melanie Gibbs, Melanie, the niece of Lori Daybell, Zulema, never been charged. In my opinion, I think they should have. Thank you, Texan in Hawaii. Appreciate that. And I agree. This.
42586.
There we go.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. And then, okay, so when you guys FaceTime, what do you guys talk about?
It's usually with her mom right there, too. We're just chatting.
There she is. There he is. He's going to start using Jen Soto's name and bringing her into what has happened to Maddie, what he does, how they interact, them sleeping together. Now, remember, they're on to him just behind the scenes because this is the 28th. It's the next night of after she's missing, and they know something's wrong with these damn parents. All right. So that's the deal right here. She's asking him these questions in a way that, well, you guys, when you hear them talking about Maddie being pregnant, for instance, when they keep asking, did she have her period? Do you know if she started her period? Everybody's, their antennas go up and they say, had to have been, because they keep asking. Well, these are directed, pointed questions because of that. They see the times and how long, and they want to know what in the heck, why. And so he throws in Jen Soto because that makes it less suspicious.
Okay. I noticed that at some of the times that you guys are FaceTiming, it's like really late. Is it normal for her to be in bed late?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Her bedtime's usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I talk to them both before bedtime when I'm not here.
Okay.
10:30 is supposed to be her bedtime, but she gets to push it sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But mom's always present.
When you guys are FaceTiming. Okay.
Sometimes we're using her mom's phone to FaceTime with her. Sometimes FaceTiming them both together on one of the phones.
Okay. And then yet you said that yesterday you accidentally factory reset your phone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what time that was?
No, it was sometime in the morning. I've been pushing off doing an update for a while.
Right. So I'm going to tell you what time in the morning right here, folks. He factory reset his phone twice when he was sitting chit-chatting with Jen Soto. And when that happened was right when she got home from her blood appointment. All right. So that's when they sat down and got the story together. And that's why Jen Soto was so dang confident that just go ahead and let them take your phone, idiot. They're going to think you're suspicious. Just give them the phone. It's all good. We already deleted it. Yes. And that's not true. He was assaulting her at those times, in my opinion. And thanks, Lenore. I appreciate you. All right, let's go.
Was that before or after you went to the smoke shop?
Before? I'm not sure. I'm not a morning person. It's a newer phone. I was doing this update. It had some sort of weird option at the bottom that said something about reinstall everything, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
Okay, can you explain to
me?
Where were you? Like, were you in your settings?
I was following whatever the links were for the OS update.
Where I don't have an Android, so I don't know where
I'm not super tech savvy.
Is it like a text? Was it?
He's not super tech savvy, but he has 3 stand-up. He has 3 tripods and a shit ton of CSAM, you guys. And Thomas, that's what he does the whole time. He uses Jen Soto to draw attention to make sure that he solidifies to the officer that Jen was around. Nothing could happen. Yeah, they were all like that. Just like he didn't take her life. He walked out and huffed off and went for a walk. And when he came back, Maddie was no longer alive. Again, implicating Jen Soto. He's done that several times. That's my whole thing is what next is he going to say? And what is his defense attorney going to say about this? What are they going to say about he didn't start it? That's what I want to know. We don't know the answer. We don't. That's what I'm trying to find out. That's what I want to find out.
It was a push notification that came in at the top that I had just been ignoring
for
a
like
long
up here.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was a
nope. One time.
It's a boneheaded maneuver.
Okay, and then where did it direct you to?
I don't know. It took me to a page with all the stuff in the system, and I clicked something. I wasn't paying attention.
Do you remember what it said? Like, what kind of update was it?
It was like a big OS update, and it had all these options, and it was like reinstall something with all the apps and stuff. Reinstall everything, the apps and stuff. I don't know exactly what I said. I pushed it, and it started doing the update, and then it turned into some sort of reset or something. I'm not sure how I did that.
Okay.
I was half asleep.
Did you hear her say, okay. She's got his number. Thank you, Chick Chick, for the one guilty of crime membership. Appreciate you. Love you. Yeah. You know, that one, I was doing that too. I was trying to reset my puffer and like I didn't, my claw hands just didn't, and this big update came. Thank you again, Chick. You guys, thank Chick for that. Thank you so much. I was half asleep. I was zonked out. I was high. Excuses. I just want the next excuse to say Jen Soto did it.
And then when you came back to get your key fob, what did you do when you got here?
Ran inside, got the key fob, ran back out again.
Okay, where did you park?
Right up here, I think.
Okay. How long would you say you were inside your apartment for?
Literally long enough to run in, grab the fob, and come back out. So.
Okay, and then what did you do?
Most.
What did you do when you came back out?
Got back in the car and went back on the morning mission.
Okay. The camera has you in the complex for 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem about right?
Yeah, coming into the complex, driving around, parking, getting the fob, coming back out.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Okay. And then you leave. What time would you say you dropped her off at the school? Or not at the school, but in the area?
My estimate was sometime between 8:20 and 8:40.
Okay.
Now, I want to tell you guys something. When I read the emergency search warrant, and they hurried up and got a search warrant. They knew by now what they are dealing with Stephan Sterns. They had already talked to 4 or 5 people that said it's absolutely absurd. There's no possible way that Maddie Soto would have ever left the house at 7 or 7:30 to go to school. That area is not that good. Nobody's ever dropped her off at that area, nor had they heard a story, some ludicrous story about her being embarrassed by his car because he hadn't taken her before. So by now, the officers already have their ducks in a row. They know what they're dealing with. Not only does he sound like he's lying, you guys, like he's meandering around, making his way. The officer knows. They've already talked to people, and that's where that comes into play. I was real excited to read that today. I love the paperwork.
The camera has you leaving the complex at 8:31.
8:31? Okay, so it must have been closer to 8:40 then.
Okay. And then after you dropped her off, did you go directly to the smoke shop?
I did. I went directly to the smoke shop. Waited. It was supposed to be open, but it wasn't. I waited a little while to see if they were just being slow about turning on the open sign. They weren't, so I went home at that point.
How long do you think you waited?
5, 10 minutes maybe.
Okay, so if you drop her off at like 8:40, how far is a smoke shop from there to where you dropped her off?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how.
I'm not
minutes,
sure.
How far?
Did you go anywhere else after the smoke shop?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't think I went anywhere specific. I was just driving probably in the direction of home. But I don't remember stopping anywhere specifically.
And you were there for 5 to 10 minutes?
Roundabout, I think.
Okay, so like let's say you...
So that's how he knows, and how we know they've already checked his stuff, because she's got him down minute for minute, folks, and they've already talked to people. So, I mean, this is just, he's playing dumb like he did at that table with the other officers that looked like they wanted to rip his head off, right? And yeah, you're absolutely right. Neither Jen Soto or Stephan Sterns can remember their lies. They hadn't got that script. Well, they did get the script together, but they're going off script because the officer is asking minute for minute, which thank God for her. Schools are not open. Hour and a half. And that was not a good area, folks. That would never have been a good area to drop her off. All right. Go. All right, let's keep going, guys. Love you guys.
Drop her off at 8:40. We don't see her car coming back south until 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing between 8:40 and 10 o'clock?
cruising around a little bit.
Okay, but I asked you earlier, you know, like what you were doing, and
Yeah.
you said you were there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you came back home.
Yeah, well, I went to the smoke shop, like I said. But I may have been meandering around the area,
He
but
said meandering.
made my way home.
Okay, but I'm asking you earlier, right? And even like the first time we talked to you, you're not telling us that you're like, you know, just cruising the area, like you're coming home. So I need to be able to explain to my supervisors why there's such a time gap.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It was just a normal day. I didn't have anything important to do. The smoke shop was supposed to open soon, so I made my way over there.
You know.
Wasn't any particular rush, though.
Okay, but can you help me explain to them? Because I don't know the explanation or the answer to this question, okay? So can you help me explain to them why there's such a delay in the time?
No, can't explain it. I wasn't going anywhere in particular. I wasn't doing anything in particular. Just making my way to the smoke shop. Waited for them to open.
Yeah, someone's right that just said he just keeps reiterating his script, you guys. Just a normal day, nothing happened. I didn't have any rush to do anything, you know. I don't have a job. There wasn't a body that was decomposing in my trunk at all. No, what? Never. That's actually really sad to think about that, you guys. And I'm very convinced that he went home to talk to Jen Soto and find out where he needed to go to get rid of Madeline Soto's body. Jen Soto was already completely desensitized by then, calling the body Madeline Soto. So yeah, I'm very you'll never not convince me, and I cannot wait until these trials start. And by the way, my house is done, so no more house excuses, guys. I will come out to Florida when I know something's happening. All right, let's keep going.
Open, they did not open, and then I left.
That's it. End of story.
Where did you go from there?
From the smoke shop, I went home.
Okay, the smoke shop is like 10 minutes from here, right?
15, 20-ish, something like that.
Earlier you told us it was 10 minutes.
Time is not a strong suit of mine. I'm guesstimating here.
I understand, but I have to be able to explain.
I love her.
You know, where you were for an hour and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And right now I can't explain that.
Okay. Smoke shop was supposed to open close to 10. I waited. They did not open. And I came home.
Okay.
What time specifically was it supposed to open?
10 o'clock is when it's supposed to open.
So why'd you go at 8:40?
Right?
Like I said, I didn't go exactly at 8:40. I went to the smoke shop after I dropped her off.
But even if it was 9 o'clock, that still would have been an hour before they're supposed to open.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would you think it would be open?
I didn't think it would be open. I was hoping I would get there early enough and wait for it to open.
So you would have waited an hour for it to be open?
I did not wait an hour. I got there maybe 20 minutes before it opened, 15 minutes before it opened, and just sat and waited.
But then you're seen coming at 10 a.m. when it's supposed to open, already coming down.
Leaving because it was supposed to open at 10 a.m. I waited a few minutes after 10. They were not opening, and that's when I left.
You did not wait a few minutes after 10.
I love them.
What do you mean?
At 10 a.m., you were seen coming down southbound John Young Parkway at the intersection of John Young
At 10
Parkway.
a.m., I was still in front of that shop waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open sign.
Okay, but if you dropped off at 8:40,
I love them. I love them. And he's not going to crack under pressure, guys. He's just not. He's a liar. He's evil. He's evil, right? Nobody does those things to a child that he's been doing for years. So he's not going to break. He's going to stick to that story, but he was going home. Yes, give that detective a raise. He went back to go talk to Jen Soto about where to go. There's no other reason on this planet that you would drive around with a little girl in your freaking trunk for hours unless you didn't know where to go and you don't know the area. Yeah, exactly. And he says that. And I just want to strangle him through the Ugh, okay.
And you said you only waited for a couple minutes at the smoke shop. Why would you still be there at 10?
I waited to see if it would open, and they did not open.
Thank you, Lenore. I
We
didn't
got
see that.
part. But you said you were there for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said you were there after a couple minutes after 10. So that's
It doesn't make
it doesn't
sense.
make sense.
I apologize for that. I'm trying to help you out the best that I can, but
Right. So, like, if you drop her off around 8:40, let's say, give or take 10 minutes, you make it to the shop around 9, the smoke shop, and you sit there and wait for a couple minutes for it to open. You said you waited for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, right? Does it make sense that you're still there at 10 o'clock?
I was there at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what did you do before that?
I dropped her off, and I made my way over. Not a direct route, but I made my way over there.
Did you stop anywhere on your way to the smoke shop?
I don't think so.
Do you have problems with your memory that you can't recall what you did?
I'm extremely ADHD. I'm sorry.
That's every excuse. ADHD, zonked out, took too many meds. Chick, I 110% in every fiber of my being believe that Jen Soto told Stephan Sterns where to take Madeline. Somebody just said they asked Jen the scenario and she guessed every single thing. Not only that, but we had 2 people from Florida take the drive out to where he was headed to go get rid of Maddie's body. And it was right by Jen Soto's old condo in St. Cloud that Stephan had never been to, and B, over going towards where she used to go hiking with Madeline Soto and her friend out in St. Cloud. There's no other possible. Why else would you have a little girl in your trunk for hours? After he took her body out of the front seat and put it into the trunk, you would take that little girl and you would go get rid of her. You would not drive all the way back down 192, go to the house, stop and chit chat, erase your phone, then get back out there. He didn't get rid of her for hours, guys, because he didn't know where to go. He didn't have his phone, number one, on purpose the first time. And secondly, you cannot text Jen Soto, hey, where should I dump her? Like anything that they say, even if they try to use code, they would know because this little girl's missing. So yes, every fiber of my being, I absolutely believe that. And how did Jen Soto become psychic about where she was, how she died, that she was in the trunk? Because she knew. There's no other way.
So just details start to get fuzzy after a while. Even the times I'm giving you are my best guesstimates here. I didn't have my phone with me at the time, so I wasn't aware of exactly what time.
There's no time on your car?
Transpiring. There probably is, but it's not my car. It's my parents' car.
That you drive all the time.
Are you that you were outside of the smoke shop at 10 a.m.?
90% sure.
What makes you think that you were there at 10?
I saw lights on inside the place. It looked like they were coming to life in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like they were about to open.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting to see if they were going to turn on the open.
Do you remember if there was anybody inside?
I couldn't see inside from the outside. But after I came home and then went back to the smoke shop again later, when they definitely were open, I stopped in and got my vape juice finally. I don't remember the name of the guy working there, but he was like a skinny guy, short, skinny guy.
When you came back for the fob, did she go inside with you?
No, she was in the car still. She was asleep.
Where in the car?
Passenger side.
The front seat.
Correct.
Okay. Did she at any point go in the back?
Okay, I need you guys to hear the tones and in his voice and how the deflections lower. Everything lowers. Jen Soto does the exact same thing. Every time she lies, she starts to whisper. Okay, so that happens with people when they lie and they're not so confident. That'll help you in real life too. If you're asking your man, hey, were you cheating with that girl? Did you go with that? If his voice starts to lower and he starts whispering at you, he's probably lying. So every time, notice that he does that. We now know he's lying. Jen Soto, we know when she lied because she corrected herself. And I just want to correct you guys, anybody that's in here, not in a bad way, just let you know that they probably are building a case against Jen Soto. They did take her phone. They did take all the computers. They can match up times. They're not going to tell us that because we don't even know that she's under investigation, and they're not going to give that up. Number one. Number two, she only got immunity for that 1 hour and 3-minute interview. That's it. She doesn't have immunity in this case. And thank you, Synth. Absolutely justice for Maddie. Go check out guiltyofcrime.com. Maddie Soto. Great website. Synth did it. Thank you, Synth. Synth does awesome work. Go check it out. Thank you, Jonna Burnman, for the $4.99 super sticker. I'm going to say it's an avocado. And let's do this. Make you guys laugh since I'm so intense right now. Every time. All right. Go take your meds, guys. If you need them, go take your meds. All right. All love. All love. All right.
Of the vehicle, like in the back seat?
No.
So she was in the front the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Awake or asleep?
She was asleep.
Okay.
She was confident. We had gotten up.
How was she positioned in the front seat?
Leaned back in the seat, just kind of conked out, napping.
Where was her head in relation to the seat?
Against the seat, I think. Against it.
Was the seat leaning back, or
the seat was leaning back? Yeah, she had leaned the seat back so that she could recline and.
Oh yeah.
And then I need you to try to, refresh your memory. When you got the flat tire on 192, what could you see around you?
When he got the flat tire on 192, I bet you he could see Thomas Karras around him. Oh, I bet you didn't see him. Thank you, Thomas Karras, for calling in that lead and then following it up. We all love you here, just so you know, just in case you forgot. All right, that's the part right there. What were you doing when you got a flat tire? What did you see around you? Where was Maddie then? Didn't you drop her off already? Bet you didn't see Thomas. Thank you, Synth, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships, you guys. I hope you enjoy them. I know you will. All right, let's keep going.
It's 192. It all looks the same.
192. 192.
I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank as any specific businesses or names.
Did he pull off to the side of the road to a business?
I pulled off into a side plaza, like one of those little strips along the side.
Yes.
Dug around for my spare and my jack. Thankfully, we had both.
What direction were you coming in?
I was going towards John Young.
Okay.
So that direction.
And it was a plaza. You don't remember any businesses that were in the plaza?
I don't. I was focused on the.
What color is the plaza?
Oh God, I have no idea what color the plaza was. I'm sorry, didn't even register a detail like that.
Okay, remind me again what you were doing on 192.
I was looking around at different game shops. One of my card games just had a release on Friday, Lorcana.
What card are you talking about?
It's like a trading card game.
Thank you.
And they had a big release on Friday, so I wanted to go around.
What's the card though?
I'm sorry?
What is the game?
It's called Lorcana.
Lorcana?
Yeah, Lorcana. It's a trading card game made by Disney, kind of like Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering.
Okay, and you stopped at what shop?
I don't know.
I stopped over by Target. I was going to see if they had any. I then went up and was going to go to a place called House Rules Games. That is on 192 and Oak Street. I did not make it to House Rules.
I love that she says, They already know by now, everybody. They know, they know, and they get an emergency. I love that emergency search warrant they get. And Jen's so just worried about her pills that she needs. Now, Shara Saunders, welcome. Hello. None of the roommates are going to talk about it. They are all going to be on the witness list, but the sleepovers, I can tell you what, the only sleepovers they know about is that Jen, Maddie, and Stephan all slept in Jen's room. None of them said anything about them having an alone time. One time, one of the roommates said something about she felt weird about it because the door was a little bit open and they were in the room together. And she texted Jen, and Jen said, "Oh, no problem, whatever." Jen knew. Jen allowed it. The roommates aren't going to talk about that. I'm pretty sure they just minded their own business. Love this, please, woman. Welcome, Bestie 77. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. All right.
Games because I got a flat tire.
Okay, which Target did you go to?
The one down on 192.
192 and what?
Is there more than one down there?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the area.
It's the one down there by the Walmart.
Yeah, that one. You know, the one
I'm
over
not sure
there.
what the cross
Yeah.
streets are.
Yeah, that one.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could be more help. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Oh, you're a lot of help, buddy.
And how long will you change your tire for?
I'm not sure how long it took. I got back here by like 2:35, 2:40, because I was trying to get home to go with her to go pick up from school. And we needed to leave by 2:30. The flat tire
Oh, yeah?
made me late for that.
Okay. And there's absolutely nothing that you can remember about the plaza that you got the flat.
No, I don't remember color. I mean, it's all just kind of brownish, I think, along there.
And you said when you got your flat, you were heading towards JYP from 192.
Yeah.
It's brownish, I think, and I'm pretty sure. And actually, I'm curious. What's up, Ashton? How you doing? Thomas, what time did you call in that day? Do you remember? Maybe not what time, but what day was it? Was it right? Was it after this? Now, this was on February 28th that he's talking to them. So I wonder if they knew by then, like they had got that. Just curious. Let me know. I used to go to the skate park over there. Trust me, I know. So what day was it? Was it February 28th that you called in? Like, or did you do it right after that? I'm just curious. I can probably look up the paperwork, but there's so much of it.
Okay, where's your flat tire at?
It's in the trunk.
Okay.
I've got the spare on there right now.
Yeah, I saw the spare.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
Your wife has.
I thought, okay, so March 1st was when they found Maddie's body. However, Thomas, I thought you called it in like a day before or 2 days before, and they didn't take it seriously. So you had to go down or do something and let them know. So let me see. This helps me. I believe I have pictures timestamped around 3:00 on March 1st. So cool. Okay, so it was the exact day they found her, and then you had to go reinforce it. So listen up, guys. This was Thomas Karras called it about 3:00 March 1st. They found Maddie's body about an hour and 45 minutes later, after those interviews where we see Jen Soto in tears on the couch with all the rolls. Wow, that was good, fast work. Thank you again, Thomas. I cannot thank you enough. Oh boy. Yeah. crime line first and they didn't really pay attention, or maybe they were too busy. I don't know, but hey, it all worked out.
My phone number, if you can remember where you got your flat tire, just have her send me a text message, okay?
Okay. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I know the details
I'm
are
so
important,
sorry.
and just the way our brains work with ADHD is those things can get fuzzy.
Are you on any medication?
I'm supposed to be. I have not been medicated lately, so
Okay.
I'm just.
Which is a huge lie because he tells everybody that he was all medicated the week before and zonked out and he took so. All right, well, let me just tell you real quick. We're almost done, and then we're gonna do call-ins, guys. I think I have the number up, but I keep putting all of your comments up. So they both, Jen Soto and Stephan Sterns, both, I believe, as part of their scripting, made sure that they called each other boyfriend and girlfriend for sure. And then sometimes they called each other husband and wife to make it more legitimate about the situation that was going on, them sleeping in the bed together, the kind of relationship that he had, the closeness with Maddie. So neither one of them were even together, and that comes out later. Because imagine this, imagine your child goes missing and you did it. You're never in a million years going to think you're going to be that one person out of thousands that's it's going to go viral and spread into national news. That doesn't happen all the time, guys. It really just doesn't. That's what happened to them, and they panicked. Yeah, he said he was medicated, and they called him missing. He said he was medicated all the time. So just right there was just like, whatever, dude.
I'm not a morning person. I'm very time blind on the best of days and forgetful. So I understand that none of that is helpful in this case.
Okay.
I'm very sorry.
I explained to your wife that we're gonna have the apartment secured for the rest of the night. Okay.
Yep. Why? So the investigation is not going to happen tonight?
It is. So
okay.
I explained to her, me and him have been out all day, right? So we're gonna go home, but just because me and him are going home doesn't mean that there isn't other people out here, okay?
Yeah, buddy.
We have another unit out here, which is called Violent Crimes. They're out all night. So they're gonna keep looking. We also have some of our detectives that were sent home earlier to get rest because they were gonna come and relieve me and him, right? So we're gonna take like shifts with the investigation.
Yeah.
Because obviously if we're exhausted, we're of no use. Right?
We're all exhausted too.
Right.
We're all exhausted too. We need some rest too, even though I was the last guy to be seen with Maddie and, just been meandering around all day, guys. I just want to sleep. Blessed on Purpose, we are absolutely sending Thomas a gift. Those shirts probably, I don't know, they're unisex, but he does deserve a lot, and we are sending him a gift. We're not sending him the shirt, but we are sending him another gift that I think would be more suitable for him. So don't you worry, we got him covered, girl. I appreciate you though.
Right. And we don't want that to happen with anything that we're doing. So what we're doing is we're taking turns with whatever needs to be done. So we'll brief whoever's coming next and then, hey, this is what we did. This is what needs to be done. Okay. The reason we are keeping your house for the night is because your house cannot be completed by one person, right? We don't do that. We have a unit that comes and takes pictures and does whatever they need to do with the house. After a certain time, it's only one person working in that unit. And she can't do it by herself. So people come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. So when the rest of her squad comes in, they're going to come in and, tackle your place as a unit so that they can get it done quicker. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then I explained to her too, because
it
was lost in your car, we are going to also tow your car. Okay. It's going to go to our sheriff's office, which is at 2500 West Colonial. Okay. She said she needed to get her medication. You're not under any medication.
I have medication in the house though that I do need to get my blood pressure meds.
So worried about
Anxiety
it.
meds as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure out where all of this stuff is. Where's your stuff at?
Upstairs in the guest room currently.
In guest room number 4?
Yes. And it's on top of.
You mean the one with the tripod and the lube with the 9mm in the top drawer? Oh yeah, that one. Okay. All right. We're almost gonna open the phone lines up.
The mini refrigerator.
Is it? Does it have your name on it?
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
There should
Where
be
does she
4
keep her?
bottles
Where does she keep her medicine?
there. In her zipper case on her nightstand, I believe.
In the downstairs.
Correct.
What zipper?
It's like a little sort of brown zipper case. It's on her nightstand. So right on top of her
Okay, so I can just bring the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any bottles on top of the nightstand around it too, but you
I'll
might
just
want to
grab all
grab
of
those.
this.
Yeah, just.
Is
grab
there
them.
anything that you can recall that we haven't asked you? I know we asked you like a whole bunch of questions earlier, and we just asked you like a whole bunch more.
I don't know. My brain is so mush right now. I barely slept. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
I wonder why he hadn't eaten in 2 days, guys. I wonder if it's because something was weighing heavy on him. And what do you mean? What tripod and lube, Jay? Don't trust your lying eyes. Wait, what? Yeah, they had a tripod in that room, number 4, with all white, nothing identifiable, giant bottle of lube. We saw the pictures, and a 9mm, and multiple locks on that top door. So I believe that was the main room where they were filming the CSAM and distributing it. Welcome, Pretty Sweet Pea. Welcome her to our family. All right, yes, everyone's very welcoming to you. All right, let's finish this so we can get the call in going.
I'm trying to think of questions for you.
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
What's that?
Can I see what shirt you're wearing?
Yeah. Just a blue shirt.
Okay.
The stinky shirt. Ooh.
Remember what shirt you were wearing on Monday morning?
I believe it was this shirt. I'm still wearing the same shirt.
Have you showered since then or anything?
I showered the other night.
Yuck.
No, not since yesterday. Sorry, your hair is even still greasy.
I know you got a cut, right? From
changing the tire.
Do you mind if I see your arms?
Yeah, go for it. I changed the tire.
Do you mind taking your sweater off?
It's cold, but yeah. I changed the tire in like 10 years. I made a rookie mistake. Got my thumb too close to the jack in the frame and it slipped.
Yeah.
I pinned my thumb in between the frame and the jack. I got lucky. I panicked and pulled it out, which you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
she's like, yeah,
I panicked.
And flip your hand over. Can you see the other arm?
Mm-hmm. Where my parents used for a tire iron, and they're
Do you mind if I take a picture of the cut you got?
Yeah, go for it.
He doesn't care what he's saying.
Let me see if the flash works.
He's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Can you go like this again?
Mm-hmm.
And then flip it over for me. And then we do this. Flip it over, please. Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah. She got her stuff. So let me go get your stuff and then you guys will be good to go. Okay, where are you guys gonna head? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay. Can you have your wife text me an address of wherever you guys end up
Yeah,
tonight?
I think my dad's on his way down.
Yep, doesn't correct her. Again, they did that on purpose, right? They scripted that. It would sound terrible if she's like, well, it's my ex-boyfriend hasn't been here in a month and I send him straight to the room with Maddie. And by the way, he acts like, yeah, he's not catching on here. Or if he is catching on, he's trying really hard. Right, we're about done, guys. I got the call in. If you guys, Friday night, if you don't call in, then I'm out of here. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just verify with your wife her pills, and that's it. Okay. And then your phone, they're gonna work on it overnight, so you'll probably get it in the morning. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Rochelle, let me all right, give me a sec, all right? Let me pull this off so I can pull you on. I got Rochelle here, guys. Let me pull this down. We are at the end of it, so we want to hear from Rochelle, and I want to make sure you can hear her. One sec. All right, we got you. Hello there. What do you got?
Hello, Jay.
How are you?
I'm well. It's a privilege to speak to you. I'm so glad that you mentioned about the locks on the bedroom door. I believe that she knew exactly what he was doing, and probably with her blessing.
Right.
Because first of all, the first interview she ever gave, 3 different times in that same interview, she said, we, me, he.
Yep.
So right there, that was a sign that she was lying.
Right.
The second thing is, a decent mother would never allow locks on a bedroom. I would have gone in there and said, what the heck are these bolts? Okay, there was a lock originally, I guess, when the renters were there or whatever. But all of a sudden, she walks in there. Does she not clean that room? Does she not question why there's a lock on the door?
Well, you know
She's
what?
guilty as could be.
Absolutely, you're 110% correct, in my opinion, because right when the officers asked her, they wanted her to direct them to which room. Not only did she say direct them to the room, but she also said, "Oh yeah, the one with there's a tripod in there," and he said, there's a GUN in there, right?" And she's like, "Oh yeah," like no big deal.
Oh my God.
Got you, caller. I see another call coming in, but
Okay, thank you so much for taking my call, and let's just pray for justice, and I hope the police, the
yes.
detectives realize, come on, there's a lock on the door where you're sending your daughter with the devil.
Like I said, it's I don't understand the whole so many people get charged with neglect of a child resulting in a death. Why is she not getting anything? So that's why I pose the question, when will she get arrested? Is the lawyer going to say something?
She never grieved as a mother. My son was killed in 1988 by a drunk driver. He was 17 years old. It's been 36 years, and I'm still grieving. This woman does not grieve. She doesn't show anything at all. She's just useless. I won't keep you. I appreciate you taking my call, and
absolutely, I appreciate.
I had to vent.
That's what we're here for. You take care.
Right, you too. Have a good evening.
All right,
bye-bye.
All right, guys, you're out. Somebody kept calling in, and then they hung up. Now the number is working. I'm not really sure, guys. Yeah, big hug to the caller and her losing a son, and absolutely correct. I mean, she nailed it. She's still grieving all these years later. And what about this mom? Yeah, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. I see you. Sorry for their loss. Jen is a waste of skin. All right.
Call from
Jordan.
Hello, you're on.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. What do you got?
Good, good. I was earlier on allegedly speculating's channel
Oh,
or
yeah.
panel. And
Okay.
yeah, I've
cool.
been hopping on there from time to time. But I just wanted to ask because we were discussing about the last interview before she got the immunity interview, Jen video with the detectives where I kept questioning why didn't the main detective in the black shirt and green pants didn't press her more when she mentioned about the Woody Allen comment and then the
Right.
fact that when they showed her the abuse photo, she kept on insisting on seeing it. And I wonder why he didn't press her more as he said he was a father. So like, well, as a father, why would I want to see the image of my daughter or son being abused sexually?
Right.
So I was just trying, I guess, on your view or questioning you, why do you think
I
they
have
didn't
a huge
harder?
view. I'll tell you right now. I know what happens with detectives, and you have detectives that are it's a good cop, bad cop type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go too hard on someone that's talking freely, out of free will, they will freeze up and they will stop talking. Now, Jen Soto
Mm-hmm.
is not the main person. They already had when they did the paperwork and they did all the emergency to get a search warrant. It was for Stephan Sterns, and so I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
right now, as much as I wanted them to do that as well, they did not want her to freeze up and stop talking because at this point she's going to be their main witness. I'll tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even though it sucks and I don't like it, I believe in my opinion that's why. I think
Okay.
they didn't want her to freeze up and stop talking because she was talking she didn't need to. She didn't need to.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
do you think that
she would have shut down. Absolutely.
okay. I was going to say, do you think if it wasn't that, could have been where she would have probably continued talking? Because like in all the, like at least with the video interviews, she clearly makes mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. And I have a feeling that she probably won't even go to the point of asking for a lawyer.
And you know
for
what?
herself.
I'm not a big gambler. I don't like to gamble on things. And so maybe that particular detective's not a gambler either and didn't want her to freeze up and stop talking. So if it were me, I might have done the same thing. Although, yeah, we're all yelling at the screen, right? Why didn't you press
Right.
her harder? We wish. And I agree. She probably would have. Messed up and just started blaming everything on Stephan and been like, "Oh, I did know, but she might have."
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only
That's,
thing I can tell you. Law enforcement knows when to play their cards, and sometimes they don't play them right.
well, that's what, before I go, that's what I almost messed up his name. Strategic would say when it came to the Stephan interview, his final interview.
Right. Yeah, you saw what happened with that, right?
Exactly. But thank you, Jay, for letting me call up. And so is it Fridays you do call-ins?
Friday call-ins. You guys call in, I do them on Friday. Absolutely.
Awesome. I will make sure to do it again.
All right, Jordan, you take care.
Take care. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys, whoever's calling back, whoever was calling, call back. 408. Hold on, I almost ended the stream right now instead of doing that. 408-538-1516. Guys, that was a really good call, and I like allegedly speculating a lot. I don't know her too well, but I like how she runs her channel. She's got tact. We've had a few conversations. I like that. All right, let's see who's calling.
Call from Sweetie.
My girl Sweetie. Hello. What you got?
Hello, Peru. I just want to say I would like to thank Mr. Thomas for being the hero of the year.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I'm trying to be in and out of chat. I'm up here at ICU Assist, and everything's stable. Thank you all for prayers. And let's stay on this case, and he ain't getting away with it.
Absolutely, and thank you for being here. You don't have to. I always send my love. I noticed you were missing, but we're all here when you're ready, when you're back.
I will. It took my mind off of it, honey.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're
thank the
here.
Chris's word.
All right.
Take
Much
care,
love.
honey.
All right. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, guys. We're going to take a few more calls here, and then it's my Friday night. Reese has got me on a Friday night. Now it's Friday night, mother-daughter. We've been doing it all week because we haven't been able to use our kitchen. But now that she's having fun doing the mother-daughter dinner date night, then yeah, she's got me for tonight. So you guys, if you don't call in, then I'm out of here. 408-538-1516. When will Jen Soto be arrested, guys?
Call from. Hi, Carol. To accept, press 1.
Hello, Carol. What you got?
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. This is what I want to say is that Jen was supposed to be a substitute teacher. And if she's a substitute teacher, then she's supposed to be aware of the laws that she's a mandated reporter and she's supposed to have some knowledge in protecting her daughter.
You got that right. We talked about that way back when with the roommate, and yeah, she didn't do any of that.
Is that really you? Oh my God, I love you.
You remember the roommate interviews?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but you know what? I must not have seen all of it, but can I tell you that I love you and you are so hip because I am a retired nurse and I used to take care of mother babies and you see a lot of abuse. I mean, we had babies that were thrown in garbage cans and I trained at Bellevue, so I can tell you that's in New York City that I've seen a lot of shit. And this lady myself, I'm so glad that I don't ever see her face to face.
Right. And you and a whole line of other people are like, hey, I'll go to jail for it because they really they see right through her.
Oh my God, I don't know how they can control themselves and not to whip out her lungs. And can I tell you, I listen to you every day. I'm retired now, but I listen to you every day. You are awesome, and you keep up the good fight. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. I've had a rough week, and I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. So thank you.
I'll keep watching. I don't want to keep you on because I know you're busy. But thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Should I accept it, guys? Should I accept it? Who's calling?
Hi,
Caller?
Miss Trisha.
Hello.
Hello.
What you got?
I got a quick little story for you. This is really quick.
All right.
Coming home, I'm a single mom coming home from work. I worked at 3 to 11. This was a while ago. And I was at the lights and got pulled over by police. Why they pulled me over, they didn't know. They took me out of the car, put me in handcuffs, took me to the police station, had my car towed, put me in the cell. I had to stay there all night. The rest of the night, took me out of there, had to go to court. I sat outside the courtroom.
Okay.
From the time they opened to 1 o'clock in the morning, this lawyer came in, saw me sitting there in the beginning, came out later on and said, "Can I help you with something?" And I told him what happened, but nobody seems to know why I was there. So he said, "Wait a minute, I'll help you out." So he goes in, talks to the judge. They bring me in. The judge wants to know why I'm there. Nobody seems to know why I'm there. Finally, somebody found out why I was there. The judge comes out and almost has a nervous breakdown. You know why they did all that to me? I had a $15 parking ticket, which I didn't even know I had.
Oh, wow.
Now, you're going to tell me they arrest me for that and they don't go after Jen Soto?
Right.
Hello?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I had to pay for towing. I had to pay for my car being impounded. I had to pay for babysitter all day. And I missed a day of night of work.
Yeah, I hear that. And you're in Florida.
No, that's when I lived in Massachusetts.
Okay. But yeah, I hear you.
I'm in Florida now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
But this was a while ago. That's when I lived in Massachusetts. But give me a break here.
Yeah, no, I hear you. We're all rooting for when will Jen Soto be arrested, not if, when. That's what we're all
They
hoping
better
for.
hurry up because if they can arrest me for a $15 ticket, they
Right.
can arrest her for damn something.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sorry. That just gets me so mad.
Oh no, you're and we're all on the same page. Right. Can I take one other caller? Do you got anything
Go
else?
ahead. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
you.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Call from Ninoska.
Oh, I get to talk to Ninoska in person. How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What you got?
All right. So I have to throw it out there because I see you're not going to cover it, but
I
do want to bring
not today.
My last point in the email that I had sent you about the derivative use immunity.
Right.
So I think I might have been taking some of Grisha's shrooms because now when I listen to these interviews, I hear things now that I did not notice the first time around.
Me too.
So, okay. So do you agree with me on that part? Did you go and listen to the part about when they were asking the mother about Maddie bringing up her stuffies and her blankies and all of that stuff upstairs, but she didn't take that part into consideration when she was writing her script, so she totally left that part out.
Right.
But okay, so again, they focused they seem to focus a lot on that, and I didn't notice it the first time around. But when I go back and listen to that interview, now it's like, oh, I hear it differently.
Yes.
So again, I'm going to insist on this. I don't think Maddie and the devil were upstairs. I think they were downstairs, and it was Jen who was sleeping upstairs. Because why would you send them upstairs when there's two other people upstairs? Like, you're bringing the noise up to the two people that you don't want them knowing what's going on. Keep the noise or the activity or whatever downstairs, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely interesting. I mean,
wouldn't that make more sense?
It would. The only thing that I have to say about that is one of the roommates did hear. Can you hear my stuff in the background? They heard some kind of weird thing like clunking around, and that was the only thing. So that's unless that was Jen.
But that could have been the potato.
It could have been.
She's
You're
high on
absolutely right.
benzos. She's probably stumbling around the room. She doesn't know where
Absolutely
she's
right.
going because that was his first night there, right?
Right.
So obviously he brought her drugs. So
right.
This is why she wanted to be like uninterrupted. She didn't want to be woken up in the morning. So she's like, yeah, you take the kid, do whatever you want the whole night, take her to school, whatever. And I'm going to go upstairs and do my thing, which is to snort or do whatever it is you do with benzos. But so it was probably her.
And you know what? You're right. And Thomas I couldn't have said this better. The script that they came up with only pertained to the day that Maddie went missing. That's why it all falls apart. There's
nothing
in between.
About Thomas, I wanted to ask, him if he's okay. Because these kind of things, like when you I can't even imagine what his how he processed everything, knowing that he was that close and everything came to a head because of him. And that stuff must weigh on you. And it's like, I've always wondered, is he okay? That's basically that, is he okay? Because I can't imagine, he doesn't strike me like the kind of guy that whatever, just shake it off, because I've seen him in the chats a few times, so he still thinks about it. So I hope he's okay. I hope he finds peace with whatever whatever torment this brings him.
But the biggest piece is knowing that we wouldn't have found Maddie's body that day, and it could have been so much worse. That's a huge, that's a huge deal. But I don't think that anything like that's going to go away for quite some time.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No. And realizing that you were that close to the body,
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't even. I don't even know what I would do. To be
Yeah,
honest.
he said much love to the caller with mental help from doctors. I'm okay now. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
good,
yeah,
good, good.
we're in 2025 now, and hey, it's all good to have therapy
Awesome.
and doctors that help. So hashtag go take your meds, everybody. All right, girl.
Anyways, I have to throw that out there. So I'm looking forward to the rest of your
Absolutely.
shows, and have an awesome weekend.
You too. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. I got time for another caller or two. And I just love I love this community. I love you guys.
Call from
Elizabeth Toller.
to
Hello.
I love you guys. Call from Elizabeth Toller.
All right. You gotta turn your background down.
I did.
All right,
Hi.
there you go. Hi. Hello.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth Toller. I'm from Chicago.
Welcome.
So what I wanted to say is, you know how Jen plays like she doesn't know that everything is wrong, that the way that they live is wrong. Okay, she does, because she always makes an excuse. She doesn't end up telling the whole story until they force her into it. You know?
Right. Because it's part of the script. She's just sticking to the script. That's why.
Right.
If she's straight, what do you say? And then if Stephan says something different, she's screwed.
Right. And there's no way. I don't understand how she can talk like that about her daughter. Something is seriously the matter with her. I lost my daughter this month for 4 years. 4 years.
Prayers to you. Big hug.
Thank you. You can hear it in my voice. I can almost not talk about it right now.
No,
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I couldn't even make her arrangements. I don't know how. She's talking like just chattering. I couldn't even talk to make my daughter's arrangements. I don't know how is she like that?
She never said Maddie, she said the body. She talks about the
Oh
body.
my God. Oh my God. I don't understand that. That poor girl, she deserves so much better than that.
Absolutely. And that's why we're all here. That's why this community is so big and so strong together, because none of us could imagine that. And I'm so sorry for your loss. I don't want to bring you back to that. I can't.
No. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I can't even. Sometimes I'm talking about this situation and I do not even want to put my daughter in that scenario and be like, because it's just,
I hope nobody ever feels that. You learn to live around it. You can't move forward without that. It's inside you, the pain, but you kind of live around it.
And that's why we look at these parents like Jen Soto and like the Proudfoots and say, what in the heck are they like? I don't understand.
Right.
You know?
I really don't understand her at all.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Oh, and that lady before was so cute that said she was proud of you.
Yes, she was. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
call from
My name is Wendy. I'm from
to accept, press 1.
Welcome, Wendy. How are you?
I'm great. This is my big deal with this Jennifer Soto and her meds in her bipolar.
Yeah.
She stated in 2 or 3 different interviews, she stated her meds, vitamin D, thyroid, medical marijuana, and trazodone. Trazodone is an antidepressant. They use it for the side effect of sleepiness. So where are the meds for bipolar? There are no meds for Oh, let me tell you one more thing. Trazodone would never be prescribed for someone with bipolar. Again, it's an antidepressant, and it would cause the manic phase of bipolar to go really manic. So it would never be described for somebody with bipolar. But that aside, where's the big bipolar meds that she's so worried about missing?
You're absolutely right. I don't think she was interested in those. I think she wanted her Xanax and none of them had pill bottles. She had that damn pill thing with it all sorted out.
Right.
Remember, Gris showed a bag and it looked like a Xanax. I think she had a lot of unprescribed things, and she's just a liar.
Oh, I agree. But she's a liar, and she lies about having bipolar. She lies about being treated for it. And as soon as I saw that trazodone, that would never be prescribed to someone with bipolar. But love you, Jay, and thanks for taking my call.
Love you too. You take care. I'll
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Michelle Winger.
Everybody coming out of the woodworks that I haven't talked to. What's up, Michelle? How you doing?
Not much. You know that bitch of a mother, she doesn't know that those kids are a gift from God.
Hey, you're telling me. I know that.
You know,
I do know.
I lost my daughter at 6 months and 2 days.
Well, big prayers.
And people go, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Don't feel sorry." I said, "I was blessed because there are a lot of women that don't get to have children. I was blessed to have her and have her for the 6 months and 2 days."
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
And the thing is, my daughter was never at a babysitter's, not ever.
Right.
We took her, we were a family unit. We went everywhere.
And
if Tracy couldn't go, we didn't go.
Hey, and you know what? I'm right there with you. I have Reese, 10 years old. She's only stayed the night with my mom one night in 10 years. I've never not had my daughter with me, so I understand.
You know, because I mean,
I do. I don't just get to have kids like that either, so I do know their blessings.
And the thing is, you know, we were told not to have any more, but I didn't listen to a doctor.
Right.
I thought it was up to God whether we had any more or not.
Right.
We didn't use any precautions or anything for 5 years. And I figured after 5 years, it must not be meant to be.
Right.
I'm just supposed to have 4-legged babies.
Right.
So I got 4-legged babies. But,
Well,
you know.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And she tries to say mental illness. There are a lot of people with mental illness. I'm one. I would never, ever, ever do what she did. You don't send an adult man with a child.
Right. And we can't get past that, right? We can't get past that. And there's so many other things she did wrong, but that alone, we say she should be arrested.
She should be sentenced to the same damn thing he is. She's just as guilty as he is.
I agree.
She allowed it to happen.
I'm with you. That's why I'm here. You know, I just can't.
I mean,
I don't
and
feel
she
like
can't say mental illness. That don't play. That don't go.
Yeah.
That's some kind of excuse thing. No, that don't work.
And she's smarter than she acts. I mean, Stephan tries to play dumb too, but she really tries to play dumb. And she also tries to be flirty with the cops when necessary. And she just doesn't.
And you can see in her interviews when she was lying.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I'm good at, because I watch a lot of, I'm really into true crime. I'm all true crime all the way.
All the time.
Anything I watch on YouTube is all true crime.
Me too.
I've been watching the Sebastian case.
Yes, ma'am.
They murdered that kid.
Yeah.
They murdered that kid because he didn't want it there because he was afraid of having his daughter around.
Right. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you, and yeah, you're as passionate as we all are here. And this is why I love having callers. But I agree, and it's all alleged in our opinion, right?
Yeah. Well, on your side, you have to say that. On my side, I don't.
Right. But
because I can watch the videos and say, "Ooh, that's like when Sebastian's mother said, past 10, his birthday."
Yes,
that meant she already knew he was dead.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you could see her almost say, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah, you could absolutely. When you look at the
and
subtitles,
I'm like, "Oh my God, they did him in."
I'm pulling my hair.
Holy cow!
All right, Kathy. Okay, well, can we take one more caller and then I gotta pick up? Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Thanks for taking my call.
Keep coming back.
Love you, channel.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Kathy Fields is pulling her hair. Are you trying to get through? All right, I can take one more quick call. If not, then then I'm out of here, guys. I got my mother-daughter. Sandra loves Lord Jesus. Sounds a lazy mother. I can't get past. She didn't notice her daughter's body language. That too. So many years, Sandra. Not even just body language, but body language. What about her underclothes? Her clothes. The get them giving her one more
Call from
The one and only Sin.
to accept. Press
well, hey, at least with Synth, I can tell you I'm done. Okay, Synth, you got it. You got a minute and then I'm out of here. What you got, girl?
All right, girl. I had this thought when I was doing some research today.
Okay.
I think that in a weird way, Stephan was grooming Jen to be dependent on him, to be the best friend and the everything, because no one comes out and says she had friends, she was a social, other people were coming in and out. And you notice in the beginning, she actually looked like a normal human, or at least a really good, high-grade potato.
Right.
The nice russet one.
Yeah.
And then something happened and she got peeled and then left out. And then she used to have the hair done and the purple, and she was crying.
Yeah.
And
I
then
agree.
you slowly see it, slowly. And I think, the drugs helped, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Well, that's the
Keep
thing.
it in that cycle of, he's my friend, I only have him, blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking,
No,
that,
I agree.
I mean, that's really sad how many other people are like in that space and there's no one saying, maybe I should call them. Maybe I should send a postcard. Maybe I should randomly go check on their door. I mean, I don't want to be Gene Hackman and be there for 9 days and no one say nothing.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. I agree with all of that. Yeah, I didn't even look at it that way with her, but I'm sure her family had to see her decline as well over time. They were just sitting in there,
Yeah. And I think they're really putting that over her right now. I think Yolanda's walking back and forth saying, you dumb potato, the shame you brought on us. Now we got to do this and blah, blah, blah. And you messed it up because now everybody knows about my 88,000 shenanigans and they're going to come after me for my house and la abuela tuya, la abuela mía, porque hace esas like that.
Oh, I don't understand Spanish, girl.
But that's what she's saying. And for the ones who do, they know what I just said.
Right. No, I hear you. But yeah, I agree with
That's
that.
all I want to say. I love you, Jay. I love everyone here. I love the family. I don't mind being a big brown noser. It's okay when it's voluntary.
It's all good. Hey, I brown nose you guys too. I tell everybody all day long how much I love my mods. It hurts my feelings when mods leave. It feels like somebody left me, but hey, I'll get over it. But when someone says that, hey girl, I love you guys just as much as you.
Forget me. I love when you forget me. Oh, she forgot me again. You hear that? And my husband's sitting up over there going, "It's okay. She knows who you are."
You know what? I have like 15 people every day like that call me and want something or talk to me. I can't remember it all, but I love you, girl, and I love all my mods. I love all the people in chat. Synth, I'm gonna let you stay on here. We're gonna go out with a bang. I'm gonna say bye to everybody because I gotta go get Reese. Love you, Synth. Love you, all the mods. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Thank you, Liv Wade. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Come over and chat with me. We're going to do some good chatting tomorrow. Thank you guys. And I'm out.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?